Today, the Mercury Marine destination takes us to Cree Lake in northern Saskatchewan. Cree Lake is Charlie's home away from home, and the new lodge makes it even better. Trolling the open waters for lake trout is the plan this morning, but let the fish decide what they want. Preferences can change by the minute, and so can the colors. Modifications can help with short hitters more than you could ever imagine and make it as easy as possible to quickly adjust and change weights as needed during the day. Once dialed in, line counter reels can be crucial to repeat success. Hang on tight, lake trout on Cree Lake this week on Fishful Thinking. Fishful Thinking is brought to you by Mercury Marine, Crestliner Boats, Viking 100% waterproof rain gear, and Ram Trucks, built to serve. Water conditions are brought to you by Humminbird Fish Finders. Get the big picture. Big waters can blow up fast, but you can be more comfortable. Smooth out your ride with Smooth Move's shock-absorbing seat suspensions.
Get a little better, Aiden.
Yeah, not a bad one.
Yeah. Got out of the nursery there with all those little ones. It's a good sign. It's always a good sign. Man, those triple grips stick in, eh?
Nice little healthy trout, eh?
Yeah, beauty.
Right on.
Just like I was saying, keep those hooks sharp, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, these mustads come so sharp out of the package that after a few fish, you still got to keep touching them up. Yeah, Aiden, that's just got heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like me to reel this rod up?
Yeah, yes, please, if you don't mind. The clicker's on the side.
Okay.
You'll get that in long before I get this fish in. Sometimes these big fish will swim at the boat before they get heavy, but it's still 100 feet out there. Good old 3 times strong mustad hook. And, you know, you got to go through the gamut of experimentation. Sometimes they want that freedom herring action. Sometimes they want a spoon. Some years they're on the flatfish. And I can't explain why some years it changes. And it's not consistent, but you just got to go through it and figure out what's working. Now, as I always do with this is 50-pound Seaguar thread lock, good old Daiwa rod and the Saltus reel. My line counter so I know exactly where to go back that was working. And there's a big fish. Well, it's decent. There he just fell off.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. 20 pounds? We can do better.
Yeah, we can do better for sure.
This is what I'm doing. I've got go down to a diver with some weights on it. That way I don't have to bring a lot of real heavy weights down here to, you know, you're only allowed so much poundage on the float plane. So this allows me to have a diver with the weights on a dropper. And when I've got the weights on a dropper line with these jet divers at the Tripsy Diver, I can get some great depth without a whole lot of weight. And the thing with these, even though they're designed, you see what the attachment is in the back, these are originally designed for row bags, light lures when you tie it directly to the jet diver or the Tripsy Diver, but when you put it on a dropper line, it just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. The other way, it'll just keep it'll start corkscrewing in the water, but this way it just keeps straight diving. You can bottom bounce with this and it works great. But just pull the hook. Hooks are not bent, still nice and sharp. Back you go. There we go. A little extra weight to get down as we get out deeper. And good old Daiwa line counter. I know exactly where we're going back to, Aiden.
That one smacked hard, eh?
Yeah, that one I had trouble getting out of the rod holder.
Perfect. That's
But
what we
good
like.
thing these cannons I brought along, they just click back up when you pull on them. Yeah, stand straight down. I'm still 75 feet of line out. Now I will turn that and get that out of our way. Love these Canon adjustable rod holders. I just had to bring some up. My buddy made me a nice bracket. I put a little piece of track system on it, brought my Canons with me. Why not?
Why not, right?
Yeah. 30 feet. Yeah, make sure we got some room here. A little bit. Don't worry, I'm probably making you nervous. I'm keeping it tight. As long as that rod's bent. Actually, I'll back off the drag just a hair. I've put 3 times strong Mustad triple grip hooks on this. So I meticulously keep them sharp. There is my start of my 20-25 foot wind-on leader. I've got 30-pound Tessigar fluorocarbon, so I got an invisible approach past my braided line that they can see. Plus, if it hits something sharp, that fluorocarbon is a lot more abrasion resistant than braid on rocks or edge of a boat.
There he is.
And nice lake trout. There he is, blowing his bubbles. There's a good starter fish. Oh, don't reach. I'll bring him to you.
Okay.
When you reach too far, you got no scoop room. Excellent.
Right on, right on.
Let me clear some stuff out of here, and we'll get him on the front deck.
Sounds good.
Nice fish. Beautiful lake trout. Beauty, 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 beauty. Geez, these guys are just tanks. I'll get you to pry that out. Whoa, there you
You
are.
let some here?
Yeah, I know you weren't done yet. Always hold their head down so they don't slam a hook into our hands
Yeah.
or hurt themselves. Yeah, that's out.
There you go.
That's out. You can leave that in the net. Look at that guy. Beautiful fish. Excellent lake trout. So much fun. Good old Len Thompson, 5 of diamonds. Standard stuff. Okay, let me revive you back, buddy. Oh, he's ready to go. When they're that ready to go, they can go. Awesome. Good. So I got my Daiwa Saltus line counter, dialed in my weights. I know exactly where that's going back.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Let's do it again.
That's the first of many. Here we go.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Mercury, power and dependability you can count on.
Something caught me totally off guard last year. It was pouring down rain for hours. I noticed my bilge pump was on, but nothing was coming out. I undid my hatch. I looked down there, bailing bucket in hand, going, I gotta do something. It was plugged up completely, and I could not find where the plug was. It was down inside one of the lines. Even with a bailing bucket, when you've got all these hoses in the boat, I would have had over a foot of water in the boat before I could even get at it with a bailing bucket. Taught me a lesson, you never stop learning. I will never, ever not have a manual pump in my boat. It can reach right down into the corners, and problem solved. Let me tell you, I'll never not have a manual pump in my boat again.
Conditions today are brought to you by Revo Sunglasses. See what others don't.
Okay, again, this is what I'm talking about. These are the Mustad 3 times strong triple grips. If you look at that hook, it looks like the hook is bent in too far towards the shank, because the regular hook is going to be straight at completely parallel with the shank of the hook. These triple grips, once they get in, they just stay in, and the configuration, once you get the flesh into that back of that hook, it doesn't just slide off, it's actually got to come back down on itself to shake the hook. So even in a situation like this where these are pinched down as a pretty much a barbless presentation, it's harder for the fish to throw the hook. But make no mistake, that is not just the little bass triple grips. This is relatively a new hook. It's a 3 times strong triple grip, and they've been fantastic at holding on. Now, what I've done with my spoons and also what I've done with the flatfish that's running, I've added an extra split ring at the back, so it extends the hook back a little bit. For the spoon, it allows the fish to grab that spoon, slide off, and get that hook caught. A lot of times, if that hook is too close to that spoon, it's going to almost deflect the hook and shave it and slide right off of it. Getting that holding power of that smaller hook, I extend it back with that split ring. Plus, it takes the leverage completely away from the fish. It can't twist that hook out itself. So it works, something I've been doing, and it's continuing to work. Sometimes these flatfish work quite well too, but it's the same thing, that 3 times strong Mustad triple grip I love putting on these. Sometimes these big guys will swim right at you and you're not sure if they're a big fish or a little fish. But considering I've got 40 feet of line out, it's not a little fish, but sometimes they'll swim right at you and then go ballistic because they wonder what's going on. Come on, buddy. Boy, I love this Diwasaltis line counter reel. So smooth, so quick. It's a very fast gear retrieve. Okay, there you are down there glowing, but you're not rolling. Now he's taken off again. I'm gonna back my drag off a little bit so he can do whatever he wants for a little bit. I'm trusting my hooks are in, so I'll let him do its thing. I didn't get a good look at him, Aiden. But I've had so many big fish act mediocre and swim right at the boat and then get heavy. There you go again.
He looked like a good size. I did see a pretty decent flash there, but
The hit was pretty solid, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a very solid hit.
But this is basically a my Daiwa Great Lakes rod. It's a dipsy rod, 8.5 foot dipsy, so it's a little heavier than your downrigger 12 to 25 action. It's like the 30 pound test. So I got still my flexible tip, but I got lots of backbone in here for lift if I need it. But I'll tell you, these Mustad 3 times strong triple grips, don't mistake them with the bass triple grips. The 3 times strong Mustad hooks, they have such great holding power. Hey, buddy, I know you're only 25 feet away because there's my 30-pound seagar. I love adding that to the end of the braid. It makes it invisible. Like I said before, it's more abrasion resistant. But make no mistake, the leader is 50-pound fluorocarbon to that lure because these fish are big, they wrap in that line, and I want that abrasion resistancy on that. Now, he hasn't really rolled yet, so I haven't got a real length of him. I can't see the glow.
There he is coming up.
Yeah, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. Blowing air. Yeah, another nice solid fish, just feisty. And I'll bring him to you. There we go, another nice dandy. Boy, they fight nice. Okay, he's gonna have a mouthful of hooks. Grab my gloves. Not quite as big as I thought.
Yeah, he was
But,
acting like a bigger fish,
yeah.
but never complain with attitude like that, I guess.
Okay, let's see if we can.
Oh, that'd be a...
Chunky little fish. No complaints at all. But now we're gonna have a nice mess here. hold you down as good as I can. Yeah, he wasn't getting off. Those hooks really get in there.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love
He's
it.
out.
Real nice lake trout. Another real fun fish. You know, when you're passing the time with fish this size, waiting for the bigger ones, doesn't get much better than that, eh? Beautiful. Okay, good buddy. Let's see if I can. You're gonna go right quick. There you go. I'm watching them, just swimming, 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 swimming. This water's clear.
It is.
Good job.
Right on.
Excellent. Well, again, good old line counters. We got the dialed in depth. We know what weights we have on. It's working. You don't change it.
Nope.
So you just put it back at the exact same spot. All right. Perfect, perfect. I always sharpen these hooks and touch them up afterwards, but the mustad metal they use on these hooks, they really hold their point well. And unlike a lot of hooks that once you lose your point, you can't get your point back, these will sharpen up nice again. Always when I serve a lunch, throw the sandwich aside. Yeah, when they hit and the drag starts peeling out, that's a great hit. Like I said, they just swim at the boat sometimes, just keep the line tight. Some of them act like small fish, but that did not hit like a small fish. Still 100 feet away. 100 feet away and straight down almost. You can tell the fish is still swimming towards us. It's when it stops, when it's straight down, you love. I like having the drag at one setting to set the hook a little bit, and then I can back off a little bit as I'm fighting. As long as you keep the rod bent and that line tight, that's why a flexible rod's nice on these things. It's only 40 feet away. I'm not thinking it's a huge fish, but boy, it hit great. But they're all so much fun. And come on up, what you got? There's my leader. There's a bit of a glow down there. And that looks like a decent fish that's just swam to the boat.
It does, eh?
It's getting bigger and bigger as it gets to the surface. Nice fish.
Got another run in them yet?
Beautiful fish.
Right on.
They can fool you. They can fool you. You just got to treat every fish that feels pretty decent as a big fish. No doubt about it.
Get him in the boat here.
Yeah. That's got some girth.
Yeah, he does.
That's getting up there. Okay, let me roll you over so we can get at the hook. Hook's out.
Hook's out. Easy peasy.
Oh. Guy.
Beautiful fish.
Awesome lake trout. Awesome, awesome lake trout. So much fun. You know what? I almost want a picture of this, but I also want to get them back awfully quick because we're getting some great marks through here. And I actually love seeing them go that quick.
That was awesome.
So I got lots of pictures. Get me one twice that size, we'll take pictures.
Good job.
Love that good release too. I want to catch him again next time.
Fishful Thinking is brought to you by Mercury Marine, Seaguar 100% fluorocarbon leaders, Daiwa Rods and Reels, and Ram Trucks, built to serve. Tackle today, Seaguar Threadlock high-impact braided lines. Daiwa Saltist line counter reels with 6.1 to 1 gear ratio. 50-pound Test Seagar 100% fluorocarbon leader material. Viking cut-resistant NBR palm-coated gloves. Daiwa Great Lakes trolling rods with triangular foam grip. Made of solid brass with stainless steel split rings, Len Thompson spoons. Viking 100% waterproof jackets, pants, and bibs. Canon track system and adjustable rod holders. 100% protection from UV, A, B, and C light with Revo sunglasses. And the Mercury 60 horsepower 4-stroke outboard motor. Family owned and operated Cree Lake Lodge, a home away from home in northern Saskatchewan, specializing in trophy lake trout and pike on remote waters.
Has been down here for a little while. Getting darker. Good old evening. It's usually when you get a nice walleye. Look at that walleye. Isn't that just gorgeous?